and never give up.
My name is Ron Clark. I'm the president and the CEO of NFPT. It's the National Federation of Professional Trainers. We certify personal fitness trainers. We've been doing that since 1988. I can't think of anything more emotional than my past experience in the Marine Corps. Even to this day, as successful as our business has become, I find myself not dwelling, but contemplating what my life would have been like if I had stayed in the Marine Corps. I've got my hats off to anybody. And you guys that have been to Iraq, you've been to Afghanistan, I mean, if you're preparing to go there, hoorah, man, I'm telling you. All I'm saying is that all these military experiences, I spent 4 years in the Marines, and I have positive memories from those 4 years. So, hoorah, Marines, and Semper Fi. If you want to do more push-ups, then do push-ups. If you want to do more pull-ups, then do pull-ups. It's as simple as that. You may want to add resistance, if that's possible. If you can get a lot of repetitions, have someone hold down your feet when you're doing your pull-ups, or when you're doing push-ups, have someone put a weight or someone's hand on your shoulders to give you more resistance if you can't get the desired number of repetitions. So, in a nutshell, do what you're trying to do to prepare for it. Do your pull-ups, do your push-ups. That's what's going to give you upper body strength. In terms of core strength, it's probably best, once again, to perform the types of plyometric exercises. You can do hyperextensions, which will help your low back. You can do sit-ups for your stomach, and you can do lateral raises for your obliques. When you're actually performing the activities that you're going to be performing in boot camp, the core is involved in everything. It doesn't matter what exercise you do, there has to be stability and there has to be a certain level of strength in your core. And here's the reason why I say that. When you're running an obstacle course, for example, most people will say, okay, to climb that wall, I'm going to have to be very strong. My biceps are going to have to be strong. My back's going to have to be strong. But keep this in mind. Your back, your core, your back, for example, ties into what? Into your spinal erectors. So everywhere in your body, the major muscle groups attach themselves to the core muscles. The best way to condition the core is to involve yourself in sports that require multi-directional activity. The abdominals are part of the core. So your abdominals are getting work when you're doing your plyometric training. So when you're out there going in multi-directional movements, when you're doing that, when you're breathing, you're inhaling and exhaling, your muscles are contracting and relaxing constantly. That's why muscles in your abdominal section, they get sore. The best way for you to prepare for boot camp is to do sit-ups after sit-ups after sit-ups so that your body is going to be aware and ready for when they get taxed again. When you get into boot camp, you're going to be doing sit-ups. So the best way to keep from having a negative impact, the soreness, is to do sit-ups before you go to boot camp. The best way to do more push-ups is to do push-ups. If you want to do more than your weight, then it might not be a bad idea to do some bench pressing. The push-ups is directly the same as doing a bench press. So if you're just talking about doing more push-ups, then you can actually benefit from using the weight room. This is the first time in the clip that I've even mentioned that you as a recruit in boot camp can benefit from going to the weight room. In order not to sabotage your training, you need to make sure that you avoid overtraining. So the intensity of your exercise, if it's too great, then you're going to overtrain. Another thing that causes overtraining is not getting enough sleep, not eating enough food, which is very important. People are afraid to eat. In fact, a lot of people that want to go on a diet, they exercise really healthy, and then they go on a ridiculously low calorie diet. You need to ensure that you're eating enough calories to replace the energy that you're expending in the activity, in the exercise you're performing. So it's not about being on a diet. You need to take in enough calories to provide for the energy that you need to perform that activity.